Hello and welcome to my video tour of the inaugural East Nashville Beer Festival. We are here today to find out what draws people to come and experience beer tourism. With over 50 beers to taste, 4 food vendors, and home brewing lessons, this festival seemingly has something for everyone. The festival brought locals as well as people from out of town. Granted, the people I met from out of town heard about the festival from their local friends, but they came to experience the festival nonetheless. I asked questions that ranged from why they came to if they thought beer festivals were a worthwhile experience. People were very open about doing interviews. I tried to imagine festival participants answering questions that somehow interacted with Lucy Long's critique of food festivals and their strategies of negotiation. As a disclaimer, I did lose the majority of my footage due to a faulty videotape, but fortunately I did tape some interviews with a separate camera. So let's listen in on some of the interviews of the festival tourists.
Definitely eat before you leave.
Oh my god, I can't imagine.
Because you're gonna get drunk, and you're gonna drink a lot of beer, and you need to eat.
Festivals before?
Yes.
Which ones have you been to?
The one on the other side of the river.
The other side, would you know the name of it?
Nashville Beer Fest.
That's what I thought. All right. What would you tell someone coming to a beer festival for the first time? What advice would you give them?
If you're coming to a beer festival for the first time, you better like beer, right?
The first observations I made about modes of negotiation were in how people scrambled for the import beers as soon as the festival started. Their critical acclaim for the festival staff as some of the strongest and most flavorful beers instantly drew festival participants to their area of the tent. The festival's negotiation of framing the beer exotic and premium, as well as naming some of the import beers as strong ales, triple box, and specials, the festival tourists were primed to experience something different about a common beverage they all love. The other, less subtle mode of negotiation I viewed was explication. The festival provided tasting notes for a majority of the beers, as well as providing the volunteers at each booth with knowledge of tasting notes of every beer. The one form of negotiation that I was anticipating to see, but did not, was recipe adaptation. Similar to what Long, as well as Plummer et al. Had mentioned in their critiques of festivals and beer tourism, recipe adaptation involves a familiar, but also exoticizing it with different ingredients, especially beer. Another important part of this festival was its emphasis on home brewing and handcraft brewing. The East Nashville Beer Festival had multiple workshops and booths devoted to informing others about making their own beer. Let's listen in on an interview with a member of Hamilton Creek Brewery's home brewing group right now.
From here in Nashville.
All right, and now, what brought you to the East Nashville Beer Festival?
We're with Hamilton Creek Brewery, and they asked us to come and serve and pour.
All right.
Yeah!
How long have you been doing homebrew and any other type of just like handcraft brewing yourself?
I started in 97.
97.
So it's been a while now.
What other beer festivals have you been to?
Over the years, personally, I've probably been to about 20 to 30 beer festivals all over the Southeast. We've poured at about 3 or 4 of them.
Great. Now, what's the one thing you hope the potential home brewer to take away with them from coming to your booth and tasting your beers?
That anybody is capable of making excellent beer.
That's
it's like
great.
cooking.
Just like cooking.
The last interview I did was from the perspective of one of the bigger breweries that attended the festival. My friend just happened to be the Sweetwater Nashville rep and gladly participated for me. According to Plummer et al., one way handcraft breweries establish themselves for beer tourism is by actively participating together in their own unique tastes in beer festivals. Festivals provide a medium for this, as well as the Canadian ale trails mentioned in his essay.
Where are you from, and why'd you come to the East Nashville Beer Festival?
I'm from Atlanta, but I'm actually the Nashville intern for Sweetwater, so I'm just helping out today. And yeah, why wouldn't you come to this Nashville Beer Festival? It's the first annual. I'm sure there's many more to come.
Have you been to other beer festivals before?
It's actually my first time.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, would you give any advice to someone else coming for the first time?
I'd say definitely hydrate before arrival. Get food early because the food lines seem to get pretty long real quick. I waited 40 minutes for a hot dog that actually wasn't even that good.
Well, as you can see, we have plenty of different motives for participating in beer tourism. People attended the East Nashville Beer Festival to experience something new and yet familiar. Festival staff and guest brewers tried to negotiate beer in a way that was suitable for beer tourism. Beer tourism is a growing sector of culinary tourism, and for a good reason. It brings people together in a fun atmosphere and allows tourists to interact with their food in multiple ways. Thank you for watching my video project, and of course, cheers.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. All right, 1, 2, 3, cheers.